Hello. Today's book, we are talking about Praxis by Fay Weldon. So I wasn't entirely sure about making a video for this one, but then I started to do a little research into the author, and I discovered that on September the 22nd, 2021, she is going to be 90 years old. And I thought that is a good enough reason to make a video of this book. And not to mention, I enjoyed reading this book a lot. This is the first novel I've ever read by Fay Weldon. And now that I am aware of her, I am looking forward to reading more. She is, I suppose I could describe her as a literary feminist. Her books, from what I've read, are very motivated by a feminist ideology. And I wasn't aware of that when I read this book. So it was quite a surprise for me. It wasn't until it was about halfway through the novel that I began to feel that I was becoming an angry, man-hating feminist. Yeah. And I thought, that's funny, because I've never had those feelings in the past. And I realized that it was coming through this novel. Praxis was shortlisted for the Booker in 1979. Well, it means that at one point it was quite a noteworthy novel. But if you go to check on the Wikipedia page for Fay Weldon, this novel doesn't even have an entry, with the red letters. Someone needs to create an entry for this book. It's something that since I started this YouTube channel that I feel more and more. When a film is made of a book, that really, really gives a book quite a great deal of longevity compared to something like this, because I think this book is all but disappeared because they fade away. Praxis is the name of the main character. Her name is Praxis Parker, and she has a sister named Hypatia. The novel is the story of her life, and there are two kinds of chapters. There's a very short 2 or 3 page chapter, which is the old Praxis, who is living alone, and she's quite sickly, and although she doesn't say that she's sad, it seems that she's depressed when she looks back at her life, but that may be just my impression. And then there are the longer chapters where we see the little girl as she grows up into adulthood. And one of the first things that happens in the first 3 pages, her father abandons the family, and so she is left with her mother and her unloving sister, who she is afraid is going to harm her, if not kill her one day. And we see, as the story goes on, that her mother is slowly going mad and will eventually end up in the madhouse. Her sister is, throughout the novel, always seems to be walking the line of functioning, but really she has some very strange ideas. The sister character is really quite good because the craziness she comes out with is tremendous. I mentioned that Fay Weldon is a literary feminist, and this book, it's pushing the feminist agenda, and it does it extremely well. I don't have any opinions about feminism. I don't know if a man can be a feminist. However, reading this novel did make me appreciate how hard it must have been to be a woman in the very recent history, because this story is about every kind of obstacle that could be put in front of a woman's way to hinder her progress in life. Praxis and her sister are both very intelligent, but they have a lot of trouble because they don't have a father, because their mother's going mad, and because when they go to school there are troubles there. And Praxis is working at I think she might be working at the BBC. At first she's not getting a promotion because she's told that, well, sorry, women have never been promoted to that position, so we can't do it because you're a woman. And then later she's told that she can't get a promotion because it would probably make all of the other men working at that level very uncomfortable if a woman was elevated to that level. So that's the reasoning that she won't be promoted. Perhaps to younger people in Canada, that might sound like science fiction, but you don't have to go too far back in history to know that that was quite a realistic event that probably happened to hundreds, if not thousands of women, thousands, tens of thousands. And depending on where you live today in the world, it surely it still goes on. It is plot heavy. There's quite a lot of going here, causing trouble, causing mischief. There is some trouble over here. We get married, we are sleeping with the wrong people, and then we go over here and we do a little bit more of the same. And there's quite a lot of animosity coming from all directions. It makes it very easy to read. The first day I read 50 pages, the next day I read 100 pages, and the day after that I read 130 pages and the novel was finished. It was just like that. It was too much fun to stop reading because it's exciting. It's like a thriller. Romance? Oh, not too much romance. If I have any criticisms of the book, there is one particular scene that goes too far for me. Maybe I'm a bit conservative in that regard, but that one scene somewhere in the middle of the novel, my eyebrows went up and I thought, oh, that's a bit rich for my tastes. It's only fiction. And then I thought, well, maybe that was just in the late 70s, maybe that was a way to generate some controversy. Maybe that was a way to wake people up and to sell more books. To say, wow, there's a scene in this book, but that's okay. Oftentimes I find books to be not only enjoyable for the literary quality, but also it feels like I'm getting a fun history lesson. Here is what women had to overcome in the 20th century, and it wasn't easy. I like it. I like the change it makes. It really drives it home that women have not had an easy go of things. And so it's great for me to read this and just to open my eyes and to see this point of view. And Fay Weldon, happy birthday, congratulations. Thank you for writing this book. She's more famous for writing another book that they made a film of. So that's my review for today. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. My Patreon page is a page where you can donate money to support me. Even for $3 a month, you get access to my weekly newsletter and to some photos that I'm taking of my neighborhood, as well as you get early access to the videos. If you are interested in buying the book, please take advantage of my Amazon link. If you follow my link and you buy this book or just anything else, I'll get a small little sliver of whatever you spend. So if you were looking to buy like a jukebox or a pinball machine or a pool table or solar panels, follow my link and then you buy it that way, okay? That would be great. Have a great day. This is Grant Loves Books. Stay tuned. Trying to find a balance between a scripted video and an unscripted video, and I think the unscripted videos are a little bit more spontaneous, but my ideas are just all over the goddamn map. And the scripted videos, I feel, are just, even though they're a bit more point by point, they're a bit lifeless. Why does it matter? Well, it matters when I do the edit, because then for the unscripted videos, I've got to cut it and piece it all together, and it is a massive pain in the ass. Oh, can you hear that fucking construction? I'm sure you can hear it. Last week I made a video and my stomach was rumbling, and I could hear that on the video, for Christ's sake. Or they just like to keep the fire department busy. Can you hear that?